That's pretty. You're okay. I'm gonna have to step it up because Chelsea's been talking about like our like
Backgrounds. Our backgrounds.
backgrounds. Chelsea, she's got a good.
Chelsea, you might want to have a look. I told Alex, I was like, get out your microphone because he's going to be wild if you
It's a
don't have your
good. You
sound.
have like a little pod nook or something
Oh,
on. This is. I mean, I'm all right. I'm gonna have to step it up.
you look legit.
Nice work.
What is happening? Are you are you
What is
turning
this?
into a Kardashian?
Oh, God. Oh, God. I wore this to Alex's house the other weekend and it has matching pants.
What
And
kind
she
of?
was, it's the brightest thing I've ever seen. And I was
Is
like,
it like
it is.
a big poofy hoodie?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a big hoodie, but it's just
Wow.
so on brand for our pod. Just
Yeah.
relaxing.
Awesome. I'm pretty jazzed about your background. I'm kind of jealous. I've got to step it up next week.
So I got this and I put it by Darren's guitar stuff, and he was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "It's for when you guys play guitar. Like that's what it is."
Yeah.
And every time Alex and Severin come over, someone ends up jamming for at least a minute.
Yeah.
So I put it over there, and he's like, "It's so aggressive. The light is just so." And I was like, "You know what? Forget it. Forget it." And he's like, "I thought it was for the pod." And I was like, "Well, you're right. It is.
Well, now it is.
Now it is because you hated my gift."
Oh man. Well,
Big.
needless to say, I like it.
And that's what matters on the pod.
Yeah.
What Jake says goes is our motto around here.
I run a tight ship.
I mean, the tightest of tight.
Like, I mean, look at our merch that I promised like a month ago.
It's on the way.
It's in progress.
It's so close.
Oh man.
Just blame
Well,
it on production. We had problems with production.
I'm on the phone with China now, like every day,
Uh,
just getting things.
Timu, come through for us.
Emu, just yeah. Well, it's on the way. But needless to say, we have a lot to talk about.
Absolutely. Yes.
Um, the biggest thing we did lately will probably be a good chat with our guest, which was our Sturgill concert.
Oh
Feel
my
like we're gonna
God.
have a music heavy pod,
Yeah.
probably amongst other things.
Yeah. But definitely this is a music forward,
Music forward, yes, it's a good
which
way.
we always talk about music on the pod, but I feel like this one specifically is good because
Yeah,
Alex loves music so much.
I think we're already a music forward pod, and then this is like music
Damn.
amped.
Get
It's like
it?
when we didn't have Leon for a while, and then we had to go the whole teapot. But speaking of our guest, do you want to intro who's
Drum
going to
roll,
be
please.
on the pod?
Okay, yes. So today we have Alexandra Turok, if we're gonna go with her tax return paperwork. Um, she is an extraordinaire of many kinds.
Did
She's
you write?
described herself in many ways.
Did you write this down?
No,
Oh, look like you're looking at notes, like you had a whole.
no, I actually was scrolling on my phone because I was looking for something else, but no, I didn't write that down.
Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean it.
Back to the intro.
Sorry.
Okay.
Anyways,
Anyway, yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, she's described herself in many ways, but some would say shadowy, secretive, shapeshifter, if you will, outgoing, friendly, and a little scatterbrained,
Okay.
which to me matches everything that we love on the pod.
Yeah. It's like all of us.
It's like all of us. Without further ado, Alex, pop on in for a visit.
Oh,
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 We tested her audio.
Oh.
She's got the audio
Oh.
real clean without.
All right.
your audio is amazing.
Is it immaculate? It better be. I put a lot into this.
Ooh, you've got the nice S's and the cross T's for sure.
Is that doing it for you guys? Okay, good.
Oh, it is.
Also, week 2 of cool wallpaper.
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
take credit for this. I'm actually not at my house right now.
Okay.
I was gonna say, where are you located right now? In the United
I'm
States.
at a good friend of mine's house right now, in Pittsburgh. I live in Pittsburgh, but we're
Yeah.
we're over at a gathering, so it's
Oh,
popping in.
You're at a gathering.
They are so just friendly. Just let anything go. You know, they're
so everyone's
great.
downstairs at a gathering and you're upstairs recording a pod.
Yeah, I'm being so shadowy and secretive and
Hey,
shapeshifty.
if that's what you're going for, you're doing a good job.
You're doing incredible, darling.
I love the on-air sign. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Thank
it's a good
you.
look.
It's killing
It's a
it.
new add-on.
And Jake, your beard is immaculate too.
I just
Oh.
trimmed like a lot off of it. It was out of control, and I was starting to get like
Conscious.
self-conscious about it because it was just so a lot. So I
Yeah.
just trimmed it way back, but
That's where Severin's at right now too.
Yeah.
He's due for a little
Wild.
trim.
it's a fine line.
It goes from this is my beard I started growing and I'm loving it to you're just a wild man now. This is not
I
cute.
see like my reflection at Lowe's, and I have like camo Crocs on and rolled up Carhartts and the beard, and I'm like, I look like a mess
Whoa.
right now. I look like a laborer.
You're
Yeah, it
I
seems
look
like you should be
a-
wearing this flannel and
Yeah,
chopping
I
some
should be a
trees
little bit
down or
more
something.
presentable. Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
yeah. I love that you're like, I'm gonna be doing my pod with my setup at a friend's house. And they're like, we're gonna do a whiskey tasting. And you're like, not tonight. I've got bigger fish to fry.
I'm on air. I'm on air.
I'm on air
Oh,
right
yeah.
now. I'm on air right now. Guys.
Oh,
And then I'll
guys.
be on the Peloton. So
So where do we
Peloton.
start with Alex?
Okay, so
where's a good place to start?
the very beginning. Oh, I really could have done better on that one. It's a very good place to no. So Alex, so obviously we're on our last weekend of women's wellness.
So I've heard.
And Alex is very open about what she does for her wellness. She does feminine things and she does tomboy things. It doesn't, there's no she has no bars. She does it all. So she just also loves music, relaxing, playing music. Tonight I thought she was going to be in front of her guitars, which there's like 500 on her wall.
Those are Severin's guitars, by the way. He takes up most of the wall space. I have like two, but then we share one, so maybe like 2.5.
Yeah.
So music
Yeah.
is women's wellness.
Yeah.
That works.
It makes me feel well.
Do you and Severin jam together?
We're doing that a lot more because that when we initially started dating, that was his big thing. Like he loves to play music. That's his outlet, his creative outlet. He's been in several bands and stuff. And so I've always played guitar like in high school and things, like taught myself, dabbled here and there. And it was always like a consistent thing that I'd go back to. So when we started dating, and then after we got married too, we'd play together. And now I'm trying to learn bass so that I can, I don't know, add like a different element, because I've always loved bass, but I've never owned one or had the opportunity to play one. So that's been really exciting, is trying to do that. And it's a different kind of vibe and dynamic to try learning bass lines and stuff instead of like two guitars, which can be a little, I feel like you both got to be really good to make that work.
Like it can get a little chaotic, but the
A little
bass,
bit.
you're just
Like,
kind of plucking
Kind of
along.
like
back.
out solo each other the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know I don't have the skill for that. So, but
But I feel like you're learning. And I feel like with a lot of girls, I don't know. I just feel like in society, it's always been a thing where it's like you go to a party and it's like the guys are playing guitar. Like, oh, look at that guy. He's playing guitar. Like, but actually it can be super women's wellness forward for women to learn an instrument.
I love being a woman and I love learning an instrument. It's
Oh,
great.
If there's two things I couldn't love more, it's women's wellness and instruments.
That's right. No, I do enjoy it. I like I'm realizing as I get older that there's a lot of things that like I just feel more comfortable getting into and trying out, that I don't know, maybe I felt like I was in a little bit of a shell when I was younger and kind of stuck to my one thing, like, oh, that girl, she draws, she does art, like that's her thing. But I feel like I can expand a lot more and just, if something seems fun, just try it and do it. And I feel I get a lot of I don't know, it just kind of like relaxes my mind to be able to do an activity and like learn something new. That kind of keeps me stimulated. I like that.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the arc of the girls that we've interviewed. Like Crescenda,
Yeah.
like self motivated and tries new things and runs and makes tile. Alon, like
Yeah.
Crazy.
Elena, like started a salon and is like growing that. And Missy's doing teeth and making controversy and
Oh yeah.
making a brand for her clothing. So
Yeah.
that seems to be the thing, like trying new things no matter where you're at in life, and um like finding new hobbies or like what makes you happy.
Yeah.
I think it's super exciting, you know, and it's also fun when I something we've done like since we've been married, like a lot of our hobbies have been things that we've discovered together and that we like. So I find that to be really fun too when we can, you know, spend time together learning something new. That always makes it even more fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so recently, one of the big conversations, well, we can't talk about some of it because it's just too racy. It's too racy. But we have talked a lot about female artists that we love, not just female. I mean, we're not racist here against the male wellness.
We're not racist against women.
We love it all. But we have talked recently a lot about music, like female artists that we love, which I feel like we can get more into with our songs.
Mhm.
But I do feel like I want you to tell Jake about like your Lana Del Rey concert experience and him tell us about the Sturgill. Because I feel like concert experiences are something we love to talk about on the pod. And that's something that gets Alex really amped, no pun intended.
Ooh, you punned it. You
I
did.
punned it.
So when did you go to Lana Del Rey?
I believe it was actually like October of last year. So it was just
Oh,
about a
okay.
year ago. She came to Star Lake Pavilion in Pittsburgh, which is an outdoor venue. It's huge. She sold it out. It was 22,000 people
Wow.
there on the lawn. It was crazy.
Unbelievable.
So I was surprised that we got tickets in the first place and we could afford them and I've been a fan of hers for like a really long time, like since I was a teenager. I don't know, I've always loved her music. I can listen to her no matter what mood I'm in. But I never had like super an interest in seeing her just because I don't know if it was that fear of like, is she gonna be like as good as I want her to be? And
Scared to
also
like
she
see your
just
favorite artist.
yeah, like she's either gonna be my hero or I'm just gonna
Oh,
never listen again. I don't know.
right.
Well, she also had the rep of, because the first time I saw her, she was on SNL and she did video games.
Yep.
And she just stood there. And I
Mhm.
liked the song and I showed it to Chelsea, but like they like
Oh.
made fun, like Kristen Wiig played her like the next week, making fun of her for just standing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
She had
so
a
it was
rep
like,
for not being great live. Yeah.
yeah. But that Born to Die album, Chelsea like has listened to more than anything,
It's
pretty
unreal.
much. It's a good album.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just have a lot of nostalgia attached to her. Like when me and Severin first started dating, we exchanged two albums that we should listen to on our way home. We both had like an hour drive home, and one of Lana's albums was the one I gave to him, and he gave me a national album to listen to. So it's like there's a lot of nostalgia, but I've never gone to see her, and she's never come to Pittsburgh before.
Mm.
So the thing was like
Ashton, your dog just pooped on the floor.
the thing was that like you know
That is totally your dog's turd. It looks like
It's Ash. It's Tristan's
Oh
mom.
my God. I said turd.
No, Kingston. Is this your
Her hair.
This is so good. This is gonna be like an
That
outtake.
is not one of my dog's poops.
that's like real close to my face, Jen.
That's poop right in Alex's face. This
That's
is
my
poop.
dog's first of
this is
all.
this is gonna be like an
That's
outtake.
poop right in Alex's face. We'll have to cut this, Chelsea.
Well, see, here's the thing: you come to someone's house, you have to expect to get messed
It's
with.
true.
So
It's true. I thought for a second she was gonna open the door and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry," but then she's like,
Who did this? Kingston, was it you? Rub it out. Come
Can you
on.
at least lift up the Pomeranian and show
Oh,
them what he
funny.
looks like?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
The Pomeranian's gone.
that might be a first.
Now I am to know who pooped, whose dog it was.
So it's actually neither of their dog. Ashton is dog sitting and brought the dogs over, and I guess he
Had a
made
little
himself at home.
moment.
That's funny.
Okay, so you're at the pavilion. Anna's there.
Sorry. Yeah, so when I learned that she was coming to Star Lake, we made plans to go. A whole bunch of people went. Like it was a big group, very exciting. But yeah, I didn't have my hopes up. I just thought this is going to be nice. I like her new album too. It's going to be fun. And so she plays the first song and I'm like, that's pretty good. Like it wasn't like the album. It was different. Like she did a little sort of like remix intros and outros, making it different, like making it more of a show, which I really liked. And so she gets through the first song and then she starts talking to the audience and I immediately just start bawling.
Oh wow.
And like that's never happened to me at a concert. I'm not like that type of girl I like scream and cry like, oh my gosh, they're like I've never done that. And like no hate on anyone who does because well, I'm her now.
Yeah.
I was gonna get on the Peloton. How many people are seeing this?
Thousands.
Thousands.
Probably like
Hundreds.
I was in the back.
Hundreds. She wants on the pod.
she's
Let
literally.
her get on the Peloton.
Is this
She's on the
her?
Peloton.
Is this like?
Mom, your wine.
Jen was actually at the Lana concert too. She was
Oh.
there. She was on the lawn with it. Remember?
Yeah. It was a
When
bunch
you
of
went with,
flatheads. It wasn't my thing.
Wasn't my jam. Wasn't my jam.
This is going off the rails really quick.
I'm never getting invited back. Thank you.
She's Pelotoning right now.
Stuff,
Okay, so no, I just feel like that's so funny because I remember like us talking about the concert and being like, oh my God, like that's never happened. Like she's never been so emotional about anything like that.
That
So
was
then
the thing.
when you were, I was like, oh, I think I absolutely love Lana Del Rey at the time, but I was like, no, I need to lock this down in a serious way.
Yeah.
And then started listening like more hardcore. And then I did. And then I was like, oh, I totally get it now.
I'm
Like,
saying,
this is
yeah, when
amazing.
you dive in and like you
Yeah.
listen to a lot of her songs and you see like kind of the changes in some of the albums, she's kind of a roller coaster. Like she's not the same as she used to be. And then she went through a period where she was pretty even keel, maybe a little bit more sad, emotional.
Right.
And she's kind of on
Like
that
what?
sort of trend right now.
She's married her man now, her bayou man.
Alligator tour guide.
The alligator tour
Oh, I
guide.
saw that guy. He's like
Yeah.
straight up Florida like gator. Yeah, gator guy.
Yeah,
Gator
it's
guy.
honestly crazy. Like it.
Okay, cardio's going well.
Okay.
So it was a
anyway.
success. Like it was a good show.
Yeah.
It was a great show. It was definitely one of my probably top 3 shows I've ever been to. Just purely because of based on like the emotional response I had. It was so unexpected. Like it surprised me. It was just so much fun. It was so much fun, and I was glad that there was so many of my friends there too, to be there, and like it was a great experience. It surprised me.
Is it a sing along type show? Like
Oh yeah.
everyone's singing
yeah.
all the lyrics. Yeah.
The other thing I liked about it too was I feel like this may be similar to like the Taylor Swift kind of concerts, is where like people will dress up as certain eras or albums, like as a vibe that an outfit from that. And so a lot of people were dressed up. There was cool costumes. And yeah, it was just, I think the bottom line was I was so pleasantly surprised about it. And that's why I loved it so much. And then to have so much nostalgia attached to her as an artist for me, it was like, I was not disappointed at all. It was, the only thing was, I wish it was a little bit longer because it was a relatively short show. But I mean, it was great. It was so much fun.
I love it. It definitely makes me want to see her in concert, which, like you said, is not gonna just happen overnight.
I
Like that's
know, yeah.
I may never now. That was it.
Yeah, I don't
Pittsburgh.
think she's the closest she ever came before was like Philadelphia, as far as I know. But she's, yeah, the fact that she was like in Pittsburgh right there, I was like, okay, we kind of
Wild.
have to go.
Yeah. Okay, Jake, tell us your Sturgill concert situation.
So this just happened recently.
Saturday. So like,
Oh, it's fresh. It's
Yeah.
fresh.
He's still writhing over it.
so when we went to see Charlie Crockett this summer, like
Oh man, amazing.
I have always listened to him a lot, but then I just after the show, I was so like it was so good. I was just like deep diving, and I got more into him after the show than before. And then I've listened to Sturgill for like 10 years off and on, and I've always liked him a lot. I've always liked his voice. And then he hasn't played a show in like 4 years. He stopped touring and stopped singing. And then he just put out a new album and announced a tour. And I wanted to go. And me and Sean were talking about it a lot because Sean went to the opening night. Sean from Are You Taking Care of Yourself?
Mhm.
He went to the first night in LA, and he was like, just said it was how incredible it was.
Oh my
So
You're like, I have to go.
I gotta go.
gosh.
So we got tickets, and I was listening to him a lot that week, and I realized like I'm gonna like the show. I've also been following his tour, so I've seen what songs he's been playing and how long he's been playing, and I've been watching the shows on YouTube. So Sturgill,
You did your reconnaissance for sure.
I did all the recon on this one, and we go, and he came on at 7 p.m. sharp. Never talked to the crowd and played till 10 o'clock. So 3 hours,
Whoa.
31 songs. He sounded incredible. His band was amazing. He did, I think, 6 covers. He did Purple Rain, which was amazing. He did Midnight Rider, LA Woman. He does Promise by Modern English, that 80s song, really
yeah,
well.
yeah.
He just sounded great. Like it was just such a good show. Oh, and he does Wider Shade of Pale by Procol Harum. It
Oh
was
my
just
gosh. Did you
amazing.
love it?
Yeah, his voice was amazing. It was a perfect night. It was clear, and in the city, it was warm enough.
Yeah.
It was just great.
But this was
That's
in New
amazing.
York.
It was in Queens, yeah.
That's so
Oh my
wow.
goodness.
The
And
fact that it was such a long show too, but it
Yeah.
was like every minute was great. I mean, that says something. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so then the show ends. I've only pretty much listened to Sturgill for like the last week, like since the show. Like his new album is so good and kind of more complex than most of the music I listen to, like kind of more jammy and long songs and stuff. I'm not really.
Is it kind of like prog sort of
No,
stuff?
it's like
or...
it's not even like country as much. It's like just kind of like spacey rock, sort of like very Allman Brothers-y, sort of like jamming kind of. But just his voice is so good, and the songs are kind of sad, but he's kind of has like a sad voice, so it just kind of works.
Mhm.
Sometimes
So it was
there's
just a
worse.
really
Yeah.
good show. The only time I've fangirled out,
Do
like
tell,
you said-
please. I have to hear it.
It is for the women after all.
every
No, I bared all for this. You got to
every show.
reciprocate.
Every show I go to, I just stand there. If I know the song, I'll sing it a little bit, but I don't like get
Belt.
crazy.
Are you a arms crossed kind of guy or hands in your pockets kind of guy?
Sort of like not sure what to do with my hands yet. I don't always cross. Sometimes I'll put them in my pockets, but I'm not like hands up. I don't know.
Okay, so you're not normally a belter.
No. So me and Chelsea's brother and our other friend Matt, this is 20 years ago, but we went to the Beastie Boys, and the second
that's
they
cool.
came out, it was like I cannot control. I was just like, I just couldn't. I was just like, this is, and I'm just like rapping every word, and I'm singing along, and I'm like dancing, and like I'm with 2 guys on either side of me who are just kind of like doing what I normally do at a show. But I was like, I can't control.
Amped.
This is the Beastie Boys, and I'm going nuts. And
It was too exciting.
too exciting.
Yeah.
So I know that feeling where you're like, this will be good. Let's see what happens. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm about ready to
I'm
freak.
going to explode.
Yeah, I'm gonna explode.
Did you crowd
I love
surf at the
that.
Beastie Boys? It sounds like that was the vibe.
No, I didn't. I never was a real crowd surfer.
Were you moshing?
Not at the Beastie Boys. That's more like a party scene.
What about like the better, like what's that band called? The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones?
I never.
Were
I don't think
you
I've ever
were
seen
you
them.
just the one guy that's on stage that his job is to dance? That was you?
Oh, that's how I looked at the Beastie Boys. I was the dancing guy from the Mighty Mighty Bosstones. That's a good representation. Yeah.
I mean, that's exciting. You're living your best life. It's great.
Okay, so what do you prefer, a female singer or a male singer? Who do you
Um,
enjoy more?
I think my vibes lately have been more female singers. Um, but I mean, I'm not picky. You know, if it's like good music, um, and it's something that like affects me emotionally, I think I just like being surprised. It goes back to that like experiencing new things aspect of it. So yeah, I mean, but I think I mostly lately I'm sort of in like a girl singer kind of kick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I feel like for a long time, I really didn't like girl singers. Like early 2000s, I was like not into it.
Hmm.
Like whole, like she got really big and like Gwen Stefani and like and then I listened to Ivy. Like I love the band Ivy and they never got really big, but I loved her voice. And I was like, I could get down with some female musicians singing. And then I'm kind of like with Alex lately, I feel like I've been more like prone to listening to it because I have been absolutely male dominated, like male singing much better.
Hmm.
But lately it even seems like there is more new artists that are women coming out that are really good. Like all of a sudden. Maybe not
They're
even all of a
they're
sudden,
kind
but
of all the rage right now. There's
yeah,
a
but
lot
they
of
are
big
kind of all the
ones.
rage.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter and her like little waffle outfits just out there going crazy.
I sent a
Yeah.
meme to Chelsea and our other friend. It was like what it's like to listen to Sabrina Carpenter, and it was just a bunch of like unseasoned white chicken, like just like scenes of just like the worst cooked raw like chicken with no seasoning and just.
Hey, I love some spicy Nashville hot chicken, but I can make do with some unseasoned
With
stuff.
some
I'll
unseasoned
I'll
I've
chicken.
never
take it.
listened to Sabrina Carpenter, but I do like Suki Waterhouse.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
have said that I like her on here
Yeah.
multiple
Yeah,
times.
Suki Waterhouse, I feel like is good.
But even if you go back to, I never listened to the Cranberries really much, but she had a really good voice.
Oh, I feel
Mhm.
like that was like, okay, to be fair, before I'm trying to think of a like map of like women singers. So before I would say Cranberries, absolutely. I owned every single album, knew every single word to every song. But that was almost before this time frame I'm speaking about, where I was like, all of these female singers suck. I could be wrong, but I think it was during like I no hatred, but Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera,
There's definitely like the early, like the late
that
90s,
like
early
Y2K
2000s.
women thing.
Oh, I get down with that.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Alex is like,
Sorry, Melissa.
yes, I did it again.
But
Oh
So
man.
help me with the time frame though. Am I wrong? I might be wrong.
That's kind of like
it's,
early 2000s, right? Like late 90s to early mid 2000s.
And you're saying you were like down with Britney Spears.
I mean, I
Picking
have a
it.
weird relationship with that era because I was a little bit like snobby musically when I was like in middle school and high
Yeah.
school. I was like not listening to contemporary artists at the time because I was like, well, I am like cool and
Better.
my parents have a CD tower, so I have to like listen to their stuff. I love Led Zeppelin. Like so I was sort of in that for a while and I sort of like missed a chunk
Window.
of yeah of like music during that time that a
Oh,
lot of other people I knew were listening to. So now I'm almost like playing catch up and I'm like, yeah, there was like a lot of bangers there that I missed. Like what was I doing?
oh, okay, okay. I see what you're
So
saying. That makes sense.
yeah.
I feel like that. Like there's stuff that I just didn't like from like the 80s. And then now it's like, man, George
Catching up
Michael
on
was
that.
like really good.
Like
Yeah.
JoJo Siwa. I'm like so into her right now.
No, but like George Michael and like
Yeah.
Tears for Fears and like there's a lot of 80s groups where it was like really good stuff, but just I dismissed because it was
You
not my
dismissed
era.
it like it was just a flock of seagulls that flew by.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because there was a lot of that kind of stuff, Flock of Seagulls, where they had one dumb song and they look stupid.
Yeah.
But you just throw the baby out with the bathwater and then you miss like really good Michael Jackson songs or like Prince. Like Chelsea doesn't like Prince, but I really like Prince. But I
can
never
we
listened to
cover
out
Prince
with the
growing up.
bathwater? Can we just go back?
Well, no, you cover the baby's face with a blanket and hold it over a balcony. That's what you do.
That's what you do when it's talking about Michael.
He was excited.
He
He
was so
was so
excited.
thrilled about his new album.
He had just gone to like a life-changing concert and didn't know what
Yeah.
to do with himself.
He just saw the Beastie Boys. He's like, guys, you got to check out my new kid.
Oh man.
No, I think also like what Alex was saying, when you're dating somebody that has a lot to play in, like I don't know if that changed your musical preferences, but I feel like already, like I remember buying, and I'm gonna tell myself because this is my worst moment in life. I remember buying the Backstreet Boys CD and Mariah Carey with Fantasy on it. And I remember hearing that song Fantasy, and I still will I abide by that. That is
There
a
is
rage.
nothing wrong with anything
Okay,
you
so
said.
that's something. When I'm like in high school,
Yeah.
when Daydream comes out or Fantasy or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, Rage Against the Machine and Wu-Tang
Yes.
Clan. And then your friend's like, you got to hear the new Mariah Carey. And you're like, not gonna happen.
But then
Not
you
I.
do.
And then you get older, and then you're like with your friends, you're playing music, and you're like, this is a really good song.
Stop.
But I'm
You're
not
like, what? You don't know Mariah?
Well, I'm also even now I'm not gonna like play Mariah Carey on my way to work, but
Ugh, you're missing
You
out.
might.
it's a good song. It's like a really
You
good
might.
song that I would have said it's stupid when I was in high school
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
it came out. But now
Well,
I'm
okay,
like, oh, that's a
so
really good
like
song.
you remember the band or the band Lit,
Yeah.
and like what was the other one that came out right around then? It was the guys like Sum 41. Okay, like
Oh, yeah.
Lit, Sum 41, like all those bands were coming out, and then it was like I'm in the store and come out with Mariah Carey, and Jenna's like, what is this? And I
Who are
literally
you?
remember saying, yeah, I was like, is this cool? And she was like, I don't know. And then like we go in my room and I'm listening to it and I'm like, this is super popular, but like I'm just not sure I made a good call here. Cause I'm like keep making $5 a week at the Leighton House chore place.
You just spent your life savings on Mariah.
I spent my life savings on this stupid album, but then it was like I didn't think it was stupid. Mariah Carey, I didn't think was stupid.
I hope
Backstreet
she's
Boys, I was
listening.
like, this was a mistake.
Oh, I remember the first. I mean, I bought Tragic Kingdom because of No Doubt and Gwen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the actual like first like real female, like I bought
Reba McEntire.
no Portis. Remember Portishead?
Whoa. Okay.
This is one I don't know. I've never heard of that.
I might put one. Maybe that's one of my
You
songs.
need to put one of those on there.
Um, that song like Glory Box and
Oh man.
the Nobody Loves Me song and stuff. That was like
Yeah.
the first like this is not my style of music.
But you're like, I'm jiving.
She's such a good singer and they're a really cool band.
Kind of hooks you.
Yes.
That was like the first like totally out of left field. Like I'm gonna listen to Rancid and then I'm gonna get this new Portishead album. Like it
Okay,
was totally out of
That yeah, I like that. I like people remembering like a weird genre that they liked, coupled with like something else that's like ran like that Rage Against the Machine, like meeting Darren and hanging out with Darren and his friends before we were dating. We were like driving around his dad's old white Oldsmobile. Like
Mm.
it was like a 70-year-old person is driving this car, but it wasn't. Hold on a second.
Cutie girl, stop.
Not cutie. Don't yell at
She's
her. She doesn't
shredding
deserve
the
it.
door right now. She wants
Well,
to
the
talk about her
door's in her
favorite
way.
meow 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 mix.
Stop.
So anyway, we're listening to Rage Against the Machine in this Oldsmobile, and I remember being like, "This is like the weirdest, like juxtaposition of like situationally, musically, whatever. And then we like pulled into the McDonald's parking lot. And it was just like, I mean, screaming. And the boys are not phased. And I'm over here just like, I barely left my home at 15 years old. You know,
This
like
is their
I
jam.
just got done watching Disney shortly ago.
And now you that was a moment.
That, yeah,
That was a moment. The first time I saw Bulls on Parade, like that Rage music video,
yeah,
it was like not like everything was very colorful and poppy or whatever on MTV. And then this dark, angry,
yeah.
like artsy video comes on, and I was just like, I don't know what this is, but
But I
like
like it.
inject it into my vein. Like this is like the most insane thing I've ever seen. And then I became a big fan for a long time. But now it's like I've never listened to Rage Against the Machine because it's like
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
You kind of
so
go like in
Waves.
in waves.
yeah, like I like their band. I just it's like I don't have that in me anymore to like
Yeah.
Well, you
drive
used
around
it all
town.
up. I mean, you got after you've gotten, 77 tattoos and you've just raged for 20 years. There's
You only
not
got
much
so
else to be.
much.
You can only
Yeah, you
rage
can only
against
do
the
so much.
machine so long.
Yeah, I mean,
The
come on.
machine
And now his
wins.
back's hurting him. He needs a back
No, my
massage.
back hurts
routine.
now. I can't be raging.
I can't
I
be raging.
I
I gotta
think
work in the morning.
my juxtaposition era, like you're
Uh-huh.
talking about, I think it was the weirdest time of like it's also a dark time. I in like early high school, I was such a fan of Shakira. Love her so much. Like, oh my gosh,
Whoa. Okay, I
amazing.
did not see that
But
coming.
on the flip, I
Okay, yeah.
loved that German emo band Tokyo Hotel. I don't know if
Oh,
either
they're
of you guys
so
know them.
good.
I don't think
Ridiculous.
so.
Like,
They are so good.
so the reason I love them is because all through high school I was taking like foreign language class. And so I loved Shakira and Tokyo Hotel because they released albums both in English and Spanish and German. So like they would translate their songs
Oh.
into the other language. They'd write them in the original language and then translate them to English. So it was almost like a learning tool
Oh,
for
cool.
languages. Like, and it was enjoyable. Like it was cool to be able to like learn the lyrics in another
Hmm.
language, whatever. But it was also like, okay, Shakira, she's pretty cool. I'm
Yeah.
talking like 90s Shakira, back when she had like dark hair and she was
Yeah.
like, loved that stuff. But then like flip over to emo weird Tokyo Hotel with like the spiked hair and the eyeliner, and I'm just like, he's the coolest person I've ever seen. And he's singing in German. It was crazy. Even in my high school, we had a German exchange student in Leland, North Carolina. I don't know how this happened, but she came here and she literally had her mom send me boxes of old Tokyo Hotel CDs from Germany.
wow.
And it was like my prized possession.
Whoa.
I was like, I can't believe I got
Okay,
this.
that's crazy.
Yeah, so that
That's
was probably
very cool.
my weirdest like dueling
Yeah.
genres time of like music that I was into. That was pretty
Mm.
opposite.
And now, when did we, to get into one of your other hobbies,
Oh,
when did we get into the mechanics of things, if you will? The
Okay.
tools.
I would say let me think about this. Let me take this apart and put it together in my head. I don't know. I've always liked stuff like that as a kid.
Okay, I was like, now we can go on about music, but
Oh.
I do think we should discuss the other side of women's wellness that's sometimes overlooked, which is the use of the hands in a mechanical tool
Oh, okay.
way.
Yeah, let's talk about that because I feel like when we do our songs,
Go back again.
there's something we need to talk about
Yeah.
around songs.
Oh yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Jake's got all kinds of stuff brewing right now. Like I can just tell he's got
the
music.
wheels are
things.
turning.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as like the mechanic stuff goes, it's as the same as any other interest that I've had over the years, where it's always something that maybe I kind of sparked my interest or piqued my interest when I was younger, but I never, I don't know, had the opportunity to pursue it or look into it at all. just because there's a whole bunch of stuff happening, when
All
you're
the time.
young and all that. So
Chaos.
chaos.
So are you talking
Chaos
like
ensues.
mechanic, like working on cars?
Yeah. I'm an amateur. I am by no means an expert, but we recently sold our cars and got like an old 2007 4Runner. And like I love this thing because it's like paid off. It's sort of like a work car, like Aaron's car. So it's like prime opportunity for me to like do stuff, like
Dibble dabble in it.
change things
Yeah.
out. Like I changed out the grill. We got like a new roof rack, did some like cosmetic work on it. So it's like it's an opportunity to do something that I've always wanted to do but never really had the opportunity. And it's so much fun. Like it's fun to do that and then see the product of your work. Especially when maybe it's something that they wouldn't associate you doing it because you're a girl. And
Mm.
I don't take any offense to that because like it's true. There's most girls don't work on cars and that's fine. But it's like it adds a little bit of like, oh, that yeah, I was able to do that. And like I feel good about it and it was really fun.
It is
So
cool.
There's
I
something
really
about
like that
like,
kind of stuff.
yeah, there's something about like fixing something on your car and not having to pay someone to do it. That's like, it feels good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's exciting.
She has a Tyrannosaurus Rex shifter head.
Oh yeah. I did get that on eBay. It's 3D printed. It's really cool. And it's because the car is named Rex. Severin's car is named Starla. So Rex and Starla from
They have 2 4Runners, so they're not
4Runner family.
crazy. They just like 4Runners.
Forerunners are sweet because they hold their value really well and they
Yeah.
run forever and they're cool
Please don't
looking.
get her started. That is a whole other podcast.
Listen, I could have a whole podcast where I'm telling you how many 4Runners I've seen today and like what generation they are. And it's just
The emotion she felt during Lana is the same when she got this.
She's gonna
4Runner.
start crying when she sees it. Yeah.
going
Oh,
off
if she's
the
in a
deep
bad
end.
mood, it'll be like, well, let's go outside to the 4Runner.
Right, I just need to go take a drive in Rex, my boy. Like
When you're
boy.
I'll be
stressed,
fine.
yeah, hop in
My
Rex
boy.
and go for a run. Go for
Oh
a
yeah.
run.
That's right. That's great.
So then that kind of like transpired into like Alex talking to Darren about toolboxes. Okay. And so then their
Yes.
anniversary was recently. And Darren was Facebook Marketplace wild over finding her this toolbox, specific toolbox.
Just like it was the most awesome, thoughtful gift ever. I was
It was.
so like
It's pretty
I was
incredible.
elated. It was awesome. Like,
It
because
was.
just to have like a little toolbox with the drawers that pull out, a
Oh,
little
yeah.
place to, have all of your stuff organized. Like, it's just, it makes you feel like
Beautiful.
official.
Yeah. You'll have to send a pic.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we need
will.
pics.
That can be your
Did it
thumbnail
have-
for the episode.
Yeah. Did it have tools or was it just the box that you
It had a couple little things in there for like sockets and ratchets and stuff
Oh,
like
cool.
that. But I have a very modest supply of tools. I'm building my collection.
She plans on
but
going into severe debt with Snap-on Man.
absolutely. I'm not going to recover from this. So
No.
financially.
So I think it's so funny though.
Oh, you'll become a mechanic to pay for. You're gonna like
right.
pay for your habit. Like
I
for the
wish I
habit.
would like to. In high school, my mom was like, you should become a mechanic where you just do some basic things like oil change and brakes and stuff and market it towards women. So, cause they'll trust you cause you're a girl. Like, and that, I mean,
That's true.
I thought about that for a long time. It just never worked out, but I was like, that'd be pretty fun.
that's a
Yeah.
pretty good idea.
Also, don't you think it's funny because I feel like girls have other things where they do that too. They love to get little things to like organize other things. Like, but it could be like their makeup, their face routine stuff, like magazines, whatever. And guys do the same thing with other things, you know? So I just think it's nice to have like a mixture of both. I think that's fun. Right.
Yeah.
So it's like you can have like I feel like Alex was so excited about having the little drawers and like, oh, my little tools. It's still a girl talking the way girls do. Right?
Yeah.
My
I
little
mean, I have the
drawer.
same thing for like my knife collection. I have to have it in a little box,
Yep.
organized and like
Yeah.
on display. It's got to look cute.
Yes. And the
like-
knives are very cute. Do you have one to show us? Yep, that's the
Oh, that's a
one.
fun one.
It's got to be cute,
It's gotta be cute.
look good, play good. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you got to do.
Look good, cut good.
All right,
Yeah.
Alex,
Love
what
it.
were you gonna tell Melissa that she doesn't know yet?
What is the surprise?
Oh, well, it was about another concert that I went to. That's like it's probably my number one.
Are you
So
kidding
like
me?
Lana was up there. Obviously, she was awesome, but um this is probably like the best concert I've ever been to. And it's a special reason. Um
Oh,
so
Oh, is
yeah,
she gonna
I
cry?
had to I had to get
are
Are you
you
gonna
ready.
cry?
crying?
Are you?
No, I did. um okay, so we went to I don't know if you know the band Phosphorescent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they do the song for Zula, and that was
Oh
our
my
wedding song. Now I don't know any other music by them really. I hadn't listened to them before, and neither had Severin, but we saw that they were coming to a venue near us, and we were like, it's a small venue that we like, let's go. And we don't know the opener, we don't know anything else. We didn't even listen to any of the other songs ahead of time. It was one of those things where we just like wanted to be surprised, like
yeah.
wanted to see what it was like. um so we get to the show and like no one's there really early, so we were able to go just like right to the
Really?
front in the center. They had a super cool setup, really small. They had like two pianos on either side, where on the one side there was like a little Asian girl playing piano, like very dainty and small, and the other side was like this blonde guy, like metalhead, like whipping his hair around while he's playing piano.
Oh my
It was just
gosh.
wild. It was such a wild set that they played. Lots of different styles of music and stuff, so it was surprising the whole time.
Yeah.
And throughout the show, the lead singer would like come up to the front and like sing to various people, like hold their hand or like high five them, whatever, stuff like that. And it was just like, it was very small, like intimate, personal kind of show. So eventually they get to Song for Zula.
Oh my.
And just by chance, the guy, uh, while he's like starting the song a little bit, he comes up like to me and Sev, because we're like in the middle of the stage, like right in front of him. And he grabs Sev's hand and Sev pulls him and he's like, this was our wedding song. And the guy gets like teary eyed and he was like, no way. So he starts singing the song to
Oh,
us.
that's pretty.
There's like a
No.
spotlight on us.
Oh,
And I'm weeping because I'm like, what? I didn't think this was going to happen. What is going
oh my
on?
gosh.
It's like, I don't know. I just feel like that's sort of
That is
a
That's
rare
like
moment.
that's like an
incredible.
experience. That's like a special moment.
It was, I'll never forget
Yes.
it. It was crazy. And the like you said, Jake, it was just the whole night was perfect. Like
Yeah.
everything was fun. The venue was great. It was all fresh music that we never heard, but then it was topped off by the one that's so important to us. And he
Oh
is like
my
singing it to
gosh.
us. It was just, it was awesome.
That is a amazing story.
So I think that was probably my favorite
Oh,
concert.
That's awesome.
que romantico.
That's a good reason. That's a good top
That
moment.
is awesome.
Yeah.
And I do love that song. It's beautiful.
It's a
That
great
that's
song.
the one that's like kind of like a Johnny Cash song. Like he uses some of the Ring of Fire lyrics.
Yeah.
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 And it's got the little violin and the strings, and it's a great song.
It
It
is
was a little
gorgeous.
bit long for a wedding song because we were dancing
Okay,
for a
let's wrap
while.
it up.
Everyone's just like,
People were
yeah,
like
okay.
starting to chat at like minute 5. We're like, we're not done. We're not done yet.
We're still dancing. Still dancing. Still my day.
I'm still stepping on his toes. Just give me a minute.
That's cool.
Okay, Jake, your surprise.
Oh, it's not like a surprise. How do we feel about ZB right now? Old Zach Bryan.
Ooh, this is dicey.
I don't know anything about that guy.
Oh, okay.
You guys have to
I'll
fill
let
me
Jake
in.
start because he
He
diehard fan.
I am a big fan of his.
He's
Okay.
country, right?
He's country.
Yeah. He's kind of
Um,
like melodic. Like he's not really like rednecky. He's more like his lyrics are some of the
Like
most incredible lyrics. Like
yeah, probably like singer-songwritery.
So
more
he's like
than
Taylor
mine.
Swift.
what?
Chelsea laughed at that one.
I heard. I got her. I'm so proud of myself.
He this could be another topic that we could talk
Yeah,
about.
no, literally. 'cause
Oversharing on
I have
Instagram.
things to say.
Oversharing on Instagram.
Okay.
People that share everything on Instagram. We were talking about this earlier because you can tell like who doesn't do their Instagram and who does. Like Sturgill just posts like you could tell it's like someone posts like his shows and like what he's doing.
Like he's not doing
You
it.
you
He's
mean
not
like
doing
there's
it.
someone in charge of it? Like
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Or like Charlie Crockett obviously like posts his own stuff, but it's mostly like shows coming up, stuff. Zach Bryan posts everything. He wears his heart on his sleeve.
He really does.
He posts everything on Instagram. He broke up with his girlfriend on Instagram like this week. Almost like the way it sounded like she didn't even know. Like he just like.
Well, according to her.
Oh no.
Did you read up on it? Because I haven't had a chance to read up on it.
No, just according to the only statement she made, she got online, she got on socials, and she was like, as you all know, Zach and I have broken up. And I
As
guess
the whole world knows.
Yeah. It was the day before. And she was like, I had no idea that he was going to post that on social media.
Oh,
It
that's what it
literally
was.
just happened. And she was like, I thought we were going to do this privately. I thought I would have like a week to like digest this nightmare experience. And she was like crying. And then a lot of people were like, I hate you, but I feel sad that this happened to you.
I mean, that's brutal either way.
Brutal.
Well, he
And then,
just put out a new album. He sings like 3 songs to her on it.
So then the same day
sounding
that
more
he posted
Swifty
this-
by the minute.
Oh, no.
Oh man.
Oh man. So no, then he drops the song 28 like the same day that they break up, and the song is about them.
What do you mean he drops it? That's on his new album.
That's what I'm saying.
Was it like a single, or he dropped that album?
No, that album's been out for like months.
No. Jake, it's for the lore, okay?
Oh, the lore. Gotcha.
For the lore,
Just
okay?
go
And
with
then
it.
bam. Then bam.
I was like, what are you talking about? This song's been out forever.
Okay, what I mean by that is now everybody is going
Oh.
back and they're listening to this song, and it's like all
Yeah.
over social media because they're like, oh my God, this song was about her.
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh my
And
goodness.
the song itself is absolutely, I feel like I will cry my face off anytime I hear that stupid song.
So very
Mm.
emotional. Okay, I'm gonna have
So-
to get. It's 28 by Zach
Yeah,
Bryan.
just the number 28. It's about him
Right.
being 28 years old, and it's about them and like the first time they met. Because
No, go ahead. No.
no, go on.
No.
You had a tidbit, I know it.
Oh, it's a side tidbit. So I don't want to interrupt.
So when they met each other, he reached out to her on social media, and then they'd never even met never had met in person. And then he was like, I have to drive across the country, basically. Do you want to come with me? And she did it. And then they like were inseparable. And so
Wow.
everybody was kind of like rooting for them because he's got bad history with girls. Like
Mm.
he's a real mess, I think. He needs therapy.
He I didn't know that story. He yeah, he's just like been
Yeah.
all about her. Like for
He's been all about her. I thought
he
this was
posts
like the
about
long
Instagram, like
haul.
he can't not be around her. He like freaks out. So then for him to just be like Dunzo, it's kind of funny.
I just
Maybe it's all for press. You know.
oh
No,
God,
that would be way too
no.
much like Taylor and what's his butt.
She's trying to make him Taylor. He's not Taylor. He's Zach Bryan.
He did act pretty swiftly. So
Oh my
Oh
God.
gosh. All right.
Okay.
Well, it was nice seeing
yeah,
you.
I'll see
all.
you guys later.
All right, we'll see ya.
I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, just head out. Go get on that Peloton and get some wine.
Oh boy.
Oh my God.
So me
No,
and-
but that song though, that's my song for the pod is 28 because I
28,
can't
okay.
believe the way that went down. And then he like posted on Instagram addressing something.
oh gosh.
And that's how he phrased it.
You know what he
I have a
is?
screenshot. I can read it to you.
He's also a guy in his 20s. He's young
He's so
Oh,
dumb.
he's young.
and he's
Well, okay. I
28
guess he's
years
kinda-
old.
Yeah.
He's
He's
super
famous.
emotional, artsy guy. He's a tough guy, but he's
Sensitive.
also like
Sensitive.
he's like a super emo guy,
He
apparently.
also he's emotionally unstable for sure.
Probably
Yeah.
He's a musician.
that's like Taylor. Yeah, him and Taylor emotionally.
Yeah.
It's a rough combo. Maybe they should get together.
Dude, they should get together. Oh
They
God,
should. Could
Travis,
you imagine
look
the
out.
album? that
I
we
would
listened to?
I would
Brian's
struggle so
ready.
hard to not listen to that album.
You'd have to. Sorry, you'd have to.
Okay, so I'll say this real quick.
Yeah.
He's made 2 music videos with actors, like famous actors, and they're really, really good.
Mhm.
So 9 Ball,
He's so artistic. He is
So-
very, very artistic.
Yeah, Nine Ball music video is like a movie, and Matthew McConaughey is the main character.
Oh, okay. I'm watching.
And
Yeah.
then I'll send it to you guys. And then
Okay.
on the new album, he did a song called Oak Island, which is maybe my favorite song on the album. And Casey Affleck is the actor in it.
Oh,
But
Oh,
it's like a movie style video, but it's just the music video. It's like the length of the
Mhm.
song. They're
I
both
think because he
incredible.
falls into the, I think because he falls into the country like genre,
Yeah.
or at least people put him in that genre. They're not really looking at it from that aspect of it, that he is actually just an incredible artistic person
Yeah.
that's also then falls into the category of very emotional,
Yeah.
slightly unstable.
yeah. Well, I mean, Taylor Swift was originally country too, and she gradually like phased out of that. So it's like
That's true.
maybe that's the direction he's headed. He's realizing, you know what,
Got
I need
it.
to get out of this box.
He
He wants to
he
get
had
out of the
a-
box.
We just listened to an interview with him and Bruce Springsteen, and he was talking about not wanting to like stay country. He just wants to be an artist.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go see him. Pretty excited.
Are
I
you
might get a little Beastie Boys at a Zach Bryan concert.
Oh my gosh.
I
Please
cannot.
do.
Yeah, please do it and record yourself.
Please do.
I'm gonna be with Ryan, who doesn't love Zach Bryan.
Then make
I'm-
sure like you wear a body cam or someone wears like a body cam or
I'm
GoPro,
sure-
something.
Ryan will get a
That
good
would be
video of
so
me.
funny.
My song, I'm gonna do Oak Island. because
Okay, are we doing songs now? We're ready. We're going.
Let's do
I
songs.
know I
Let's-
brought mine up,
Let's
but
wrap.
we have to.
Gotta.
Sorry, I hope I didn't keep you guys for too long. I know a
well-
girl in her wellness can ramble, you know.
We're usually right about an hour, and that's where we're at.
Yeah, no, we're about an hour, especially with all the
The interruption.
the interruptions.
The wine time with Poop Lady.
Wine time with Poop Lady and Peloton.
Oh my
Title
god,
of the
we have our
episode?
name. We have our name of the episode. Wine time with Poop Lady.
Oh
But then-
my gosh.
But then they'll think it's you until they
I
see it.
know, and it's
Let's do
not.
That I mean that's clickbait right there. That'll beckon all to listen.
Oh.
You would have
It
to.
clicks just
It'll
as-
blow.
yeah.
The pod will blow up if you name it that for sure.
I love that
Oh.
this happened.
I love
I'm
that
glad.
that
I was so I was like, they're gonna hate this. They're gonna
No, like,
delete it. They're never
Alex
gonna
is,
invite
like,
me back.
Just puts her computer screen down.
You just solidified you are coming back.
I'll have to tell them. They're gonna be overjoyed.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be so thrilled that you loved it, Jake.
Cool. All right, Melissa, what are your songs?
Okay, so I did this on Cutie Girl. You're the worst sometimes. So I have a profession to carry on with. In the what's it called that we were talking about? Women artists.
Yeah.
So obviously I want to do 28 because I feel like that song lyrically, I need everyone to actually listen to the lyrics and sob your eyes out. It's so sad, especially
Perfect.
that then he broke up with her. And the reason why he said that about his birthday is because of her throwing him a birthday party.
Oh.
Rough.
I can't. Anyway. Okay. And then the other song I want to do with in regards to women, because we are wild for women right now. I think the band is called Colatura, Colatura, and the song's called Absent Mind.
Mm.
And I love it. I've been listening to a lot like that mix of like whatever they suggest. And there's a lot of women singers on it that I actually really enjoy. No men except for Zach Bryan. Just kidding. Take that out.
None allowed.
Not allowed.
We're racist against men.
We're racist against the men except for Jake.
We're mad at him.
Oh, he's just so sensitive. I can't stand it.
Can't stand it. That
Alright.
might be one of my favorite things Jake said on the pod, like ever. Ever. We're
Oh.
mad at him.
What a monumental pod we're having.
On,
Monumental pod tonight.
I did it to Melissa the other day in our chat. Me, Chelsea, and Melissa. She like said something. I was like, "Do we hate her?" I was like, "Oh, that's sad." Or wait, do we hate her?
It's
Oh, wait.
anytime he like wants to be like femme talk. That's what he does. Wait, do we hate her?
Oh wait, do we?
There,
hate
I
her?
mean, there's nothing funnier than you know, a big strong guy with a beard that's talking
Yes.
like using like millennial or like Gen Z lingo.
Yes.
When Severin does it, it kills me.
Oh, yeah. It's so good.
Oh man,
We hate him. We hate them. Are you mad at him?
that's funny.
Okay, what's Alex's songs?
Okay. I was supposed to have 3.
You can
No,
have
1 to 3, whatever.
Okay. Okay. One that I really like right now. I don't know. I don't think she's a newer artist. She's just new to me. Her name is Hemlock Springs.
I haven't heard of her.
Sounds fake.
Hemlock Springs. It's fake. I made it up.
Mm.
Good luck
Enjoy!
finding it.
Enjoy. Bye bye.
So it's from the album Going Going Gone, and the song is Anyone, but it's spelled weird. It's ENKNEE and the number 1. Like she's doing too much, but the song's good.
She's doing too much. She's overselling it, but it's lovely.
Then my second song is by Tiny Moving Parts.
Oh,
And the song is Applause.
love
the
it.
song. It's off of their album Swell. And then my last one will be Minnie Riperton.
I like that name. That's 2.
You know, she's Maya Rudolph's mom.
What?
Maya Rudolph's mom.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
The Minnie
Maya Rudolph from
Riperton.
SNL.
I knew that
Yeah.
she was. Yeah, I knew that her
Minnie
mom.
Riperton, she married a guy from Pittsburgh. He was a Jewish doctor that lived in Pittsburgh, and that's Maya
Are
Rudolph's
you
parents.
serious?
Yeah.
That's wild.
But the song from her it's one of her most popular ones. I don't speak French, but I think it's Les Fleurs,
Oh,
LESFLEURS.
the floor.
Yeah.
Or flowers,
The flowers.
to those who
Yeah.
want to be specific.
Man, I love that song. That's one of those songs I wish I could forget just so I could hear it again, because it was just so like.
Why do you keep bringing up new subtopics that we could do?
I might switch one to a French song that I like.
Okay. Wow. No girl has ever changed Jake's song.
Well, he's got baguettes on the mind now, so.
Okay. I'm gonna do for a
I want to
female
know what you're
singer-
changing it to.
from a
You're
female singer,
wild.
I'm gonna do "Fall in Love" by Fanagram because I like that song.
I
Love
love
them.
Fanagram. Oh
Good
man.
song. I was gonna do My Brain is Hanging Upside Down by the Ramones, but there's a
Okay.
song called La May by a French singer.
Oui.
Oui.
So I'm gonna do La May. I don't remember how it's
Find it.
We'll find it on the playlist, of course.
Right.
Lamer, La Mer by Charles Trenet.
LAMER
Yeah, 2 words, like LA and then MER.
by Charles Trenet.
Yeah. And
Man,
then,
I don't mean to interrupt, but have you ever
Found
seen
it.
Fanagram in concert?
no.
They're
Were
good.
they amazing?
That's probably in my top 5. Seeing them
Oh,
in
wow.
Pittsburgh too. Super emotional show. Really
Oh.
good.
And then
I
because
guess
I
we
just,
all need to move to New York or Pittsburgh to go to a concert together, actually. We should go to a concert together, actually.
We should. It'd be
Should do
super
that.
fun.
The 6 of us. Let's start looking.
All right, let's do it.
all right.
Suki Waterhouse is going to be in New York.
She's gonna be in Pittsburgh too in December. I think I might be going.
The options are endless.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, one more.
Oh, sorry,
Wow.
Jake. We've been cutting
no.
you off. I'm sorry.
No. It's fine.
Just
Women.
because it's women's wellness
Women's
doesn't
month.
need just
Jake, you'll be well next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
We'll have to. We got to wrap this up. My last song is there's this really good Tyler Childers song, but I'm gonna hold that one.
Oh,
To do Waylon Jennings. Are you sure Hank done it this way? It's a really good song.
nice. I love it.
Waylon has entered the chat.
Waylon. Hello, Waylon.
Very nice.
So this was fun.
This was so much
It
fun.
was fun.
A
It
lot
was
of
our last
surprises.
women's wellness.
It was great. We don't have to have any more women on the pod for a while.
Are we mad at him?
Are we mad at women? Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Are we like, no, wait, we hate her or no?
All right.
No, this was so fun, Alex. Thank you. It was a blast.
Hey, thank you guys for having me
Oh,
on.
you're-
I'm glad you're doing well.
We're
Thanks.
doing well.
Doing well. I said, tell your friends thank you for letting us steal you for an hour.
Oh, well, I don't know how to respond to that compliment.
Women just don't know how to take compliments
I
these
just
days.
can't. That's something I'm working on. No, thank you guys. This was so much fun. I really
It
appreciate the
really
invite.
was
It
a
was great.
blast. I
blast.
knew you'd be an amazing guest, and you were. Thank you.
Probably the
Hey.
best, clearest sounding guest. Like
Oh.
prepared.
Oh my word, yes.
Well, good, because this would have been really embarrassing to be wearing the headphones and have the mic and sound like trash. So I hope it sounds good.
Yeah. No, it sounds really crisp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Peace out.
Bye.